I apologize for a bit of a mess today. I've had to re-record this video multiple times because I kept forgetting stuff and going on long tangents that didn't matter. Okay, so, there's good news and bad news today. Good news is, you've read the title, SteelWool have responded, and they've responded pretty well in my opinion. The bad news is, you are watching a video, you are not watching me live streaming the game, and that's because it has unfortunately been pushed back a little bit more. So, there's some frustrations in the community at the moment. But for now, let's read the SteelWool posts, and then I'll talk about my opinions on how this is being handled, and how the community are handling it too. Because I've got some opinions on this one. But first off, just to read this off. Hey all, to continue our commitment to providing more communication to the community, we wanted to give an update on Secret of the Mimic PCVR launch. Here's the plan as of today. Barring any pesky 1s or 0s acting up out of nowhere. PCVR is currently planned for the middle of next week, so it's only been pushed back for about, like, a week-ish, so not that big of a delay. It's still, like, last post they said their goal was to get out in 2 weeks. 3 weeks isn't that far off their goal, so yeah, makes sense. We're finalizing a patch for a pesky issue relating to Steam VR framerate overrides, and our QA team is currently confirming the fix. For a little inside info, whenever we have a new build to test, our internal QA team has to run a full test sweep, which takes days. We don't just test things that were patched, we also make sure we didn't introduce new... We also make sure we didn't accidentally introduce some new wonkiness elsewhere. Which, yes, in development, you have to do that. You can't just test the thing you changed. You never know what kind of things this... what's the called? Like, snowball effect or whatever? Where it just affects something else. You never know, so yeah, you kind of have to do stuff like that. Can't imagine testing a big game. I've only had to test small indie games, man. This title, testing is a little extra spicy because we functionally have two different versions of the game, flat mode and VR. That means QA has to test both independently. And yeah, some people have also taken this the wrong way. The reason why one affects the other is because they're the same file. They don't have separate files for flat mode and VR mode, it's all the one game. I assume there's just a toggle somewhere for whether it's in VR or flat. So because it's all in one exe file or one game, technically changes to one might accidentally influence the other. So, I actually did that with LeanSimD's demo as well. Fun fact, the demo technically contains the files for the full game. If you know how to hack open Godot files, go nuts. You can get the full version of LeanSimD for free that way. They say once PCVR launches, we're planning to release a PlayStation VR 2 patch as soon as possible so that we can maintain parity between both platforms, thanks for the patience. This is one thing I found, a little bit sad. I was under the impression that PCVR and the PlayStation VR 2 patch would come out at the same time, but it sounds like they plan to drop PCVR and then the PlayStation VR 2 patch. I mean, makes sense to do one then the other, but yeah, it's a little... Oh man... been nice to have everyone be able to play it in the best state at launch. But I guess if they did that, they'd have to delay it even more. And FNaF fans are already not taking this delay very well. So I guess that's the next topic here, is how people are responding to this. My response to this is great. I was fighting a lot for communication and quality. That's what I care about. That is always what I've cared about, that's what I've kept caring about and talking about in my videos. That is, like, in my opinion, the thing that's important. They said that their goal is to get out in about 2 weeks. They've now, in the exact 2-week mark, responded. Good time to respond. I don't know why people are so upset for saying it's the last minute, because, like, 2 weeks was never a hard deadline anyway. But, this was a good time to make this post, and I probably would have made this post in this day as well, so... I don't know why some people have an issue with it. They're just giving us an update roughly when they expected it to be ready last time. I think this is about the... I don't know. I should stop rambling. Let's not maybe re-record last time. But, yeah, the quality and communication, they're communicating fine, they're talking when they need to, they're telling us what's going on, the issues they're experiencing. They're also giving us an updated release date. This is, in my opinion, the worst thing they've done, actually. One of the worst things they've done here. And, the quality control, they're delaying it to make sure the bugs are fixed, so, like, can't really complain. I want the PCVR version to launch in the best state it can possibly launch in, so I'll take any amount of delays to get here. They could delay it for another few months for all I care if it means we get a solid experience. But of course, most FNaF fans are a little more impatient than that. So a lot of people kind of have a couple of mixed opinions here. But one opinion that I don't like is that this was bad. That making this post was bad. Because this is just communication. Like, it's not like the game would have come out any faster if they didn't make the post. Because I've seen a lot of that in the comments. I can't scroll down to show you them because, not gonna lie, anyone that mildly annoys me on Twitter, I just block instantly, so they won't even appear down here. But I've seen a lot of people respond to this like, the game should have been out already. Why didn't you just rush it out? And it's like, for the same reason it didn't come out weeks ago. Because they don't want to rush it out. The community complained because they rushed out the PlayStation version, so now they're trying not to rush it out. Now they're trying to take their time, and now they're trying to communicate through that. They're doing this in response to the community's feedback. And in my opinion, this is the way you respond. This is the way you do it. Setbacks happen in development. There's nothing you can do about it, and it says nothing against SteelWool just because they had a few setbacks. Like, it's only a setback a week. Not even that bad of a setback. So, if you talk to anyone who's in the creative industry, like people who are doing YouTube videos, people who do your favorite fan artists, you're like, people who make the songs, other developers, they'll all tell you that things don't always go exactly the way you plan it to. So, don't hold that against SteelWool because that's just normal for any creative field. This little delay was going to happen either way, or if they didn't make that delay, then they would have released it in a mildly worse state. To be fair, with how short the delay is, it probably is only like a couple of little things that would have been worse, but again, I would take a better launch over a quicker launch any day. I don't know why that's a controversial take in the FNaF fanbase. So many people just want things as fast as possible. It's like, no, please don't fight for that. I want good releases, please. So, yeah, I don't like the people who are complain about the fact that they've made the post. Or the fact that a delay's happened. Like, I get it, you can be upset the fact that it's delayed, but at the end of the day, they're doing it because they want to make it better. And they're communicating because they want to tell us what's going on. Those things aren't bad to me. And I don't get it. That being said, I can see a few reasons why people are disappointed. First off, the more times you delay a release, the less that release kind of sticks with people. So this is the one thing I actually will criticize myself here, is that maybe they shouldn't keep saying things like, oh, we'll be ready roughly 2 weeks. Oh, it'll currently be planned for the middle of next week. We don't really know, though. Like, we never know. If you don't know, then I feel like you don't need to provide a rough estimate. You can just say, we're still working on it. You don't need to provide a set date. The reason why you provide a set date is to get people excited for a set day. And this isn't even a proper set day to begin with. Like, it's not like people are preparing in advance, organizing with, like, their bosses to take time off to play the game when they don't even exactly know when it's coming out. It's like, I feel like this is one thing I should probably stop doing, because every time they do this, I feel like it makes the impact of it weaker. And I feel like it's just lowering the hype of getting release dates. So I feel like if they just cut this sort of thing out and just said, we're still working on it, here's the bug fixes, so I couldn't get it out, but hopefully it will be within the next, like, I don't know, highball it, say a month or so, then I feel like that would go down a lot better than trying to be vaguely, but still trying to be precise, but still kind of vague about it. Yeah, that's like the one little thing it's like, yeah, I don't know about that. Also, I can understand why some people are a little bit disappointed about PlayStation VR's patch not coming out the same day as a PC VR, because that just kind of feels like the inverse of the complaint of PlayStation VR coming out first. Is that just the other way around, where PC VR gets the thing first? People, I think, want these things to come out at the same time, even if it means delaying it. But that being said, FNaF fans are already starting to get kind of impatient, so I don't know. Maybe delaying it for that isn't a good idea. Or maybe it is. I don't know, it's hard to tell because Five Nights at Freddy's fans are so divided on how they're taking this response. Personally, I think it's a good response. I think it's good that they're delaying it further to keep the quality up, and I think it's good that they're communicating with us. And I don't think they've done much all that wrong. But there is a couple of things here that I think is valid to be upset about. But at the end of the day, I'm happy with how they respond to this, even if it does mean I have to wait a bit longer. And I hope I hope not that many people are being too harsh about it. I know people will be upset with me too, because of how divided this is. I know there'll be a couple of commenters saying, "Oh, I'm done. Fast Freddy's is dead because they not getting the VR port out on time." It's like, it's not that big of a deal, dude. It's not even a full release. Oh, but anyway, I guess I've said all my 2 cents here. Feel free to give me your opinions. Are you on the side that you're happy that they're trying to make it as best as it can be? Or do you think they should just, do you think this is a mistake and that we shouldn't have fought for communication quality control and that we should have just let them push things out as fast as possible? Let me know, because that seems to be a hot take in this community. So I want to know what your take is. Which side are you on? Quality or quantity? Let me know. And I will see you in, I'd say, about a week. Not gonna lie, I'll probably do something before then. Not gonna lie. There'll probably be something before this comes out at this point. But I'll see you whenever I see you. Oh, and, actually, no, that's what I'll do. In the middle of next week, I'll upload a video. I'm not going to do another reminder video, because I think the reminder videos are kind of pointless, especially when it's only a week away. So I think next time I'll plan, like, a silly video or something like that, like, a day before this. Like, maybe Wednesday for me. Because then that would be Tuesday for everyone else. So the middle of the week would be the day after. Something like that. I'll try and maybe schedule a video for then. Till next time, though. Bye-bye.